Hey guys, it's TNF Hacks here. Welcome to my first developer log. Now, what the developer log is made for is for me to show you guys developer progress, some news, some updates about the game, and about development in general. And in today's development log, I'll be talking a bit about Winnipeg, a bit about our new game that we're going to be developing known as Battlegrounds, as well as some background details. And let's get right into it. So, first off with Winnipeg, as you may have seen, I've released a video about 4 days ago with pre-third wave testing. And I just want to tell all my third wave testers, just stay in there. We're getting some things ready. We're polishing off the game because at this point, at this stage in development, we're going to be fixing a bunch of bugs and polishing a bunch of stuff. Now, in these days, I'm currently working on polishing off and fixing the bugs of the toolbar and certain tools. So as you can see, the toolbar is now way smoother. You can change through it way faster. And overall it's way smoother and more responsive. I've also been working on smoothing out the aiming technique for the sharp pistol as well as the musket. I am not yet done with the musket, though the sharp pistol is almost done and it's way smoother. For those who also did not know, we have actually already finished the database/data store for Winnipeg, therefore your data is already saving. We will fix one slight bug in there with the health and hunger, but other than that, it's working smoothly and it's very responsive. It takes very little time to load in and very little time to save the data. Overall, our plans with Winnipeg is this. I will be fixing up the aiming technique for the musket and sharp pistol, which hopefully will not take me too long, as well as polishing off the toolbar so that it's more responsive and smoother. We will then release third wave testing, and after that, we will be adding more things, releasing fourth wave testing, and then focusing a bit more on Battlegrounds, our upcoming game, which I will be talking about next. Now, before moving on to Battlegrounds, let me give the last update about Winnipeg. If you have not been looking into Teasers recently, I've actually posted a clip with a new outdoor ambience made by my friend Trigonometry, and we will probably have more ambiences made that will make our game more unique and give it a more custom feel and more realistic feel. I will now let you listen to part of it. If you want to listen to the whole thing, just join our Discord. If you're not in it, it's in the description, and go to Teasers and listen to it. Now that we have listened to the music, we will now move on to Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is our second project that we have recently started, and it'll be like a test hub for Winnipeg. If you have ever played a game involving team combat, then you will probably recognize Battlegrounds a tiny bit. though Battlegrounds will have its own style of gameplay and its own objectives. You can choose to either be on the blue team or on the red team, and you then can vote out of 4 random maps. You vote one of the maps, and then a game mode. The game mode can be either deathmatch or capture the hill, and so on. The technology we will be using is Winnipeg technology, so that means Winnipeg style combat and some aspects like maybe bandaging and so on, as well as we're going to test our future Winnipeg technology in here. So if we're going to add new weapons and combat mechanics, we'll be testing it out in this game and then importing it to Winnipeg so that we already know the community's opinion before we update Winnipeg. So here's a quick demo of team choose and map selection. The map selection is not yet done. Each button will have a background of the map, and the map's name will be on the top here, and the amount of voters will be on the bottom right. Though this is overall how the map screen will look. There are going to be many changes, of course, since this game we just started working on it. Now that we have looked at the things we already began scripting, let's look at the first map we have completed. This is going to be called Fortified Altitude. The red team will be spawning in this little camp right here. As you can see, a lot of things look like they are from Winnipeg, because they are. And a lot of these things will actually be used in here. There are going to be things like cannons, which you can shoot as well. The goal of this map is to charge through to the other side, where the blue team will be defending on this little hill, and capture a point behind it. Though we may change up how this point looks, and we're going to add a bunch of UIs. The map will have a bunch of details so that it looks nice and you can enjoy playing on it, and we'll be testing our new equipment here. Some of the new equipment, for example, are the new tomahawks that were made by Dmitry. Here are the tomahawks, as well as some improved muskets, such as the new Brown Bess musket, which is more optimized as well as more realistic and ready to be rigged so that we can rig it and animate it to make it look even more realistic. Here are things like canister shots, just rounds, and just ammo for the cannon, gabions and barricades, and so on. Battlegrounds is planned to be released after we release early access of Winnipeg, so that you guys will not have to wait for us to make Battlegrounds and then Winnipeg. You guys will get to play Winnipeg before we create Battlegrounds, and then we'll be remaking the combat system and everything in here. Now, before I end this developer log, let me just show you a really quick diagram of what we're planning to do in terms of releases and testings. So currently we're up here, and we're planning on having third wave testing after I finished fixing our current small bugs, as well as polishing of the toolbar. We then fix some bugs, add more content, polish it off, and then add fourth wave testing. After that, we do polishing, some bug fixes, and we might have fifth wave testing if we think that it's needed. If it's really needed, we'll have it. And right before we release, we will have some bug fixes and polishing as well, so that you guys will have a nice game to play. We then will release our early access, which will be around 150 Robux. And we will then work on Battlegrounds, which will be the testing place where we will create new content for Winnipeg, such as the new combat system. For those who have not yet been in our Discord or haven't heard the news, we've actually created our studio known as ViDi Studios. The link will be in the description. We are going to publish the games under the studio name. And if you would like to join the Discords and the group in order to see progress for all of these games and hear updates, please do so. Overall, that will be it for today's developer log. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. And I will see you in the next log. Thank you. Bye.